is up, guys? Welcome back to AnimeHealthcenter. My name is Dr. Ryan. Today we are continuing playing Genshin Impact. What? There we go. Intro, fast, done. Well, Master Diluc. Here. Yeah. Oh, hi Vent.
Tell me, Stan. Tell me, what should I do?
Huh? Why does he keep repeating his own name?
He's hiding something. There's another Stanley.
Surely not. Even I've never heard tell of a second Stanley.
Oh, Stanley. It should have been me. I should have been the one to die in the Melchivari that day. Why won't your spirit come and stop me from using your name? Why, Stanley? Why?
So, as we guessed, probably, that yeah, Stanley was like, the story about Stanley is true, but the person standing in front of us is not the actual person the story is being told about, even though they're using the same name, I guess. Oh,
if
yes.
only you hadn't had to save a rookie like me, you would have never died in that windless corner of the world. You were a renowned adventurer, destined to become a legend one day. But now, that'll never happen, because your life was cut short, and all because of a worthless tag along.
Oh, damn. This turned out to be, very sad, god damn.
Does anyone get what's going on here?
Yeah?
I think our friend really did make it to the Melchivari. And I think the tragedy he encountered there was real too. But the real adventurer, the real Stanley, that was his partner, not him. The real Stanley is the one who died to save our Stanley.
He's just the guy to tell the tale, you know?
Wait, so the only reason our Stanley is called Stanley in the first place is because he stole the other Stanley's name?
Well, pretty
I
much.
fear that may be the case.
Stanley, for so many years I've lived in fear. Fear that Mondstadt will forget all about you. So I tell you adventure stories at every opportunity. Mondstadt must remember. Stanley reached the center of the Melchivari. He's the greatest adventurer there ever was, and he lives on. Stanley will never die, because I am Stanley. I am Stanley. I'm sorry, Stanley. I'm getting too old. Now, are you guys planning on eavesdropping much longer?
Damn. Not what? Huh? Us?
Yikes! We're busted!
Hey man, I'm sorry to I'm sorry to hear that, man. It's
Go away. Save your questions. Just leave me in peace.
But...
Leave now. Don't make me tell you again.
Honorary Knight, Venti, and Paimon. I'm so glad you guys are here. I've been looking for you everywhere. I wanted to thank you again for helping me find the sword and shield. My parents are finally supporting me.
hey, my boy, let's go, Jack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. They even said they're gonna pay for someone to fix up the Sword of Brilliant Valor and Shield of Magnificent Honor for me, so I can take them out on the road.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's wonderful! So, Jack, is this the part where you bid farewell to Mondstadt and set off on your intrepid trip traversing Teyvat?
Not without Stanley.
No, not yet. I still don't have what it takes to go too far from home just yet.
Stanley, this is your time, man. Let's go.
Besides, I'm sure Stanley still has a few stories left to tell. They're what inspired me to become an adventurer in the first place.
Wow.
Stanley, Oh, you're drunk again. We'll see you tomorrow then. After your hangover wears off. Maybe you can tell me some more of your stories?
Oh, that's nice.
Stanley's really fond of that kid, don't you think?
Jack. Jack.
Jack left.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for not telling him about my secret.
Huh? All of a sudden you're facing the facts? That isn't like you.
Just now, I couldn't bear to look at him. His adventurous spirit is so pure, unblemished. I'm just a weary old feckless fraud. But that kid is a brand new shining star, full of potential. I cannot allow his dreams to be crushed.
Aw, you're a good guy after all, man. Respect. But also, why the frick is his volume so low? Who put his volume so low?
You're not a total fraud. Stanley's adventure stories and experiences. They're all true, aren't they?
Stories? Experiences? What's the point of them anymore? To be honest, my memories of adventuring and of Stanley, they're hazy these days. That's my biggest secret of all, and my biggest fear. All these years, I've been living to tell his story. But his personality and the details of his life, I don't remember them clearly anymore. But the one thing I can never forget is that he died in a windless land, where his spirit can never be recovered.
His whole life? He's been drowning in guilt? All that remains is the imaginary friend.
Exactly. Even in his memory, the real Stanley isn't the living, breathing friend he knew at all. Instead, he's become fixed on the image of him as that battle-scarred warrior. And that image has held him captive his entire life.
I'm too old. I never let go. But still, so much has slipped away. I'm completely and utterly worthless.
You know, a good thing about memory is that, you know, there's ways to actually keep it by either recording or writing it down on paper. So, why don't you pick up paper and pen and write a story and stuff, and you know, when time comes, when you're like, you know, getting very old and forgetful, you might just pick it up like, oh yeah, this is exactly how it went. See?
No adventurer should have to go that way. No adventurer ever.
Hans Archibald.
Huh?
My true name? How did you know?
Well,
The wind. I can hear the wind blowing in the Mare Javari. I always
what
believed
the heck?
you existed.
Will you
Oh,
hand me your old friend's spirit?
god damn, that was really
can't
cool,
believe
man. God damn, that was so cool. I love that. God, that was cool.
Thank you all. And thank you, Lord Barbados. I'm sorry. It's gonna take me some time to calm back down. But I think that I'm gonna be okay.
Cool, man. Keep it up, Stanley.
Ah, wonderful! Stanley reconnected with his true self and Jack can finally go his own way. This calls for a celebration. And by celebration, I do, of course, mean libation.
And by libation, you mean you're not leaving this tavern till you're too drunk to walk, right?
Yep.
No, the wine here's too expensive. Jack still owes me some wine, though. He promised me a rare vintage in exchange for helping him out, remember?
I can fix that.
I'll head off to fetch the wine. See you shortly. Let's meet at the usual place.
The usual place? Under the tree? Does it mean under the
Huh?
tree?
Where's that supposed to be? Why has Paimon never heard of it? Hey, Tone Deaf Bard!
It's anybody's guess. I think I know where possibly. Yeah, I don't know. Is it under the tree? That feel like it's an unusual place. Up here. Oh, that's actually so cool. Okay. But we can sit up with him, or what am I doing? Oh! Can I sit too? Oh, I thought I could sit here as well.
You made it. Finally.
This statue is really strong.
Just tell us where you meet next time, okay? We looked everywhere. So, did you at least manage to find your wine?
Yep. Well, sort of. Jack made it out to be a rare collector's edition vintage, when actually it's just a half bottle of regular cider.
Oh, well.
This takes me back. The first time I saw this view, I hadn't even taken on this form yet.
Oh.
It was about 2,600 years ago, before the world had
2600.
come under the rule of the Seven. At that time, old Mondstadt was ruled by a tyrant who sealed off the city's perimeter with a ferocious hurricane. Even the birds couldn't get in or out.
Old Mondstadt? Oh, Paimon remembers! Nowadays it's known as Storm Terror's lair, right? You mentioned it before.
That's right. The Tyrant of the Winds who once ruled from that tower was Decarabian, god of storms.
Oh.
Back then, I was
Lord.
but a wisp among the thousand winds. I wasn't a god of anything. I didn't even have a human form. I was just a tiny elemental being who lived in the wind, a gentle breeze bringing subtle changes for the better, or tiny seeds of hope.
A tiny elemental being? Without a human form? Venti, do you mean you used to look different than you do now?
Yep.
Yep. My current form is not so different from the situation with fake Stanley. I took the form of a friend.
Oh.
In old Mondstadt transpired the story to be told, where a tyrant ruled. I met a boy not that old. The lyre he played, and for a song he sought. But storm walls blocked blue sky. He was sincerely distraught. I do so wish to see the birds in flight, said he, his strong eyes filling with light. But his voice was lost in the howling wind's churn, for the whirlwind takes and gives not in return. The true sky and songs that cageless soar, were they not wishes worth fighting for? So the boy turned, extending his hand. Let us cast down the tyrant and his walls from this land. The young boy raised then the flag of revolt, and I threw myself into freedom's tumult. Victorious were we who fought to be free. Gods fell, winds whipped, nations shook violently. In the smoke, a despot met his doom,
Oh, no.
and we watched as his great tower fell none too soon. Mondstadt began anew, the story passed down, and since then never has another worn its crown.
So the old Mondstadt was
then
from
what?
the Storm Terror lair, actually. That's so cool.
What happened to your friend?
It's quite obvious. Same situation as with Stanley's friend.
Say, Paimon, do you wish to hear the next part of the story?
Yes, of course. The suspense is killing Paimon.
Paimon, go pick us a couple of apples. Paimon, could you fetch us some meat or fish?
Now's the time you suddenly get a craving for apples? Really?
Yes?
Getting a little peckish or something.
Paimon's had it up to here with you.
Come on, Paimon, just do it. Please. Thank you.
You know, you're so smart it almost makes me uncomfortable sometimes.
That's a lie.
But then, maybe it's right that true friends can tell what the other is thinking. A refreshing drink, a gentle breeze. Moments like this always take me back. Back to a song that I first heard from him.
Damn, this game has like really good story, man. Yo, whew. I'm loving it. I'm still listening. Yep.
Fly, fly away. Like a bird in the sky. See the world on my behalf. To the heavens may you fly.
Aww, that was beautiful, man. Whoa, we completed it. Let's go. So that's Venti's story, right? Oh yeah, we did his story. Okay, we have those still. I have these. We have Mona still too, but we're gonna do that in another time. I think it's a perfect fit to end it. I'm gonna see if he says something more. The green clad figures is what? Sometimes even there's some wind grows heavy in its grief, but not that mortals could ever see the moment. Oh, so I breathe. Interesting. Aww. Like, oh, that's such a nice story, man. It's touched me a little bit. Sniff, sniff. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy your stay at the AnimeHealthcenter. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye. Wait, he was a fraud all along. He shall be eliminated. I love I can do something like this. It's so fun. Can you just get a thumbnail like this? You. You took my form. Alright.